I mean, you could, and if you guys want to also check out the room, you can do so.
I suppose, although at the end of the day, who are you going to sell it to, right?
You never know.
Oh yeah, they'll be the wandering traveler. That sells and buys goods.
Perhaps.
Like an RPG. Like the game we're playing.
I mean, he's not going to have an Australian accent, I'll tell you that much.
I don't know what you're alluding to.
Resident Evil 4.
So, do we see anything else looking around the room?
I'm waiting for the perception checks.
Oh, okay. 1 sec.
I got a negative. I got a good old negative in perception, so.
Oh, roll it. Let's see what you get.
I think I got a -4.
Jesus Christ.
He's blind.
Wait, are you actually blind too?
No, I was wrong. It's a -1. I thought I've got a -4 in something. I just don't remember what it is. But I am blind.
Athletics or something?
I'm not blind, but I am blind.
Yeah, not blind, just very blind.
Were you able to get back in yet, Gary?
Nah, still working on it.
I got a -8.
Get back to the game.
All right. Sirach, you are able to find some stuff, okay?
Okay.
So if you want, you can write this down. Along, where the skulls are adorned on the walls, there's like small alcoves, which also seem to have like other small trophies. So here's what you get. You have what looks like 2 gems, maybe made out of onyx.
Okay.
You find a small case, which very familiar to you because you've seen Forvel have one. It's a scroll case. And you shake the box. It does have contents inside of it.
All right.
And like laying next to the wall among the bones is a finely cut wooden quarterstaff. Seems to be of masterwork make.
Got that.
Anton, your perception from before, you've noticed a couple other things in the cave as well. Are you ready?
Yes.
You find what looks like a lot of like personal items. You notice, for example, there is a wooden flute that is adorned in a silver and velvet case, decorated with mums engraved on the case itself. You find 2 small platinum rings. And you also uncover a silver locket. The locket itself contains a braided length of blonde hair attached to it from the inside. The last thing that catches your eye is a pearl.
Seems like we have the tracings of some of these troglodytes' victims. What praise the
Does seem
items?
that way.
Would either of you mind if I took those 2 Onyx Gems?
For what?
I'm a collector of Onyx. He's laughing about the appraise, not the collector of Onyx. But
no, I'm laughing about the collector of Onyx because I know what you were alluding to. Anyway.
Well, I am a collector of Onyx. It's not a lie.
Why?
Anton,
Why
what are you?
Onyx?
What are you appraising first?
Well, the flute in the case. I was just gonna go down the list of items.
The flute is completely worthless. The case probably is pretty valuable, but you don't know how much. Could be 50 to 250.
Okay, what was the case made out of again?
It's silver and silver colored with velvet in the inside, and you see on the case front there's like a motif of mum flowers, like engraved in the case itself.
All right, next the rings. If you want me to do one roll for both,
separate. One roll for both, yes, but separate rolls for all these items. The rings just are standard platinum rings. Nothing really super special about them. You could probably get 50 gold apiece. So, like, the two rings together would be 100 gold total.
okay. The silver locket.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Selling someone's memories here.
You, outside of the sentimentality of it, it's probably only worth maybe like 20 to 25 gold.
And lastly, the pearl.
The pearl's interesting to you. You know, like, the pearl itself, like, when you first look at it, you know, it just seems pretty normal. But as you hold it and, like, you know, try to study it and get closer, you feel like this, like, twinge in your hands as you hold it, as if, like, maybe there's, like, some strong aura about this pearl. You suspect, like, just by the size of it alone, it's worth at least 500 gold. What was that? Oh, Ilnam, you catch it right away. That's a pearl of power.
Hey, that's a pearl of power. So how about those Onyx Gems?
Again, why Onyx?
Because they're used as a regent in certain spells.
Like what?
Like Animate Dead.
That's not.
I mean, I did not tell you that when I first met you. I know that I did.
Well, I heard obsidian.
Oh, did they say obsidian?
You said obsidian, yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I meant onyx. I got the two mixed up. They are two volcanic
Oh,
rocks, after all. It's very
okay.
of the same shade and color. I think they just have different brittle factors. That's all.
So you want them so you can animate dead?
Yeah. It's very pragmatic.
No, you can't have them.
Well, I mean, you don't represent everybody, do you? This is a group, isn't it? I did use spells to help you in this combat.
I mean,
This is where you turn the things into a dictatorship, or do I need everybody else also to say no to me?
nobody else has given an opinion, so I don't know. But animating dead kind of goes against the natural order of things, and I'm pretty against that. Just as a character, it's kind of not chill.
It's totally chill. I'll have you know.
It's not.
I'll have you know that the dead that I raise are good. That's not even, by the way, out of character. That's not even that's not even wordplay. Mechanically, the dead that I raise are neutral, but the intelligent dead that I raise are my alignment, which is good.
Yeah, that's actually a thing in this game. Good undead.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, legitimately, it is a thing in this game.
Can't wait for the lawful good vampire to appear.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta ask permission. Consent is a major thing for a lawful good vampire.
Yeah. He always asks if he can come into your house. One, because he literally has to, and the other out of respect.
For the law.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And then he asks, "Hey, can I bite your neck?"
Yep.
So real quick, Anton, you're holding a pearl of power. That ups its price to maybe like 1,000 gold.
Right. What do they do?
They are usually spellcasting things, and then we'll get to the gems. They are a spellcasting aid. So any spellcaster who prepares spells, this would be druids, clerics, rangers, wizards. Once per day on command, a pearl of power enables the possessor to recall any one spell that they had prepared for that day.
So it wouldn't work on Anton with his upcoming ability to cast Mage Armor. Like ability.
No, it would not, because that's a spell-like ability. It's not an actual prepared spell.
Right.
Actually, this thing would be great for Forvel, but Forvel's not here anymore, so now it's, just fodder for selling. As for the Onyx Gems, they're worth maybe like 20 to 25 gold apiece, and if you want to give them to Ilnam, go right ahead.
Probably ain't happening.
Not right now.
No one else has given an opinion yet?
Well,
Yeah,
I think silence is the opinion of them,
Yeah.
and if you're the only one with a strong opinion, then that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you seem to imagine that I don't have Onyx of my own, but okay.
Yeah.
I say he can have the gems if he want. Doesn't matter to me. More bodies is more bodies.
Even if they're dead bodies.
I don't want to be undead.
Are you dead, though?
Okay, Anton comes in with the weird comments, but...
Look, man. Change is a natural thing for this world. And bringing people back from the dead is
I don't resurrect
something that
people.
goes against that natural change.
I don't resurrect people, that's a different
not
thing.
Not resurrection, but like... I guess resurrection too, kind of.
Resurrection
it's
would
still,
be against the natural order of things. That would
raising the dead.
Raising the dead is
weird.
Animating an inanimate object. It's the same thing that spins a water wheel. It's a force.
As the philosophical debate rages, also,
do I see anything down here?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
I was actually going to ask if we could take like a quick 5 to 10 minute break, just so we can also give time to see if Gary can come back in.
Yeah.
I think this is still all acting all weird, but like my internet just took a crap, I think, and everything was going down, but somehow this was still stable, so...
Yeah, that's very strange, actually.
But I hear the TV on in the other room, so it clearly came back out there, so... I don't know, we'll see.
Alright, I will be right back. Just got to use the restroom real quick, and I'm also... Make sure, if you can, just make sure she's okay, because that's the one that I think hurt herself before, so...
I mean, I think it's also funny that in one level I'll have the power to raise dead without Onyx. So I took the feat, was it Words of Power? Experimental magic. I took experimental magic. So I can use that same spell slot just to say undeath, and I'll raise something with just my voice. Oh, that's funny. This from lessons a minute ago. It's only funny because of who Henry Cavill is.
And Warhammer is one of those things that I've always really wanted to get into, but I mean, that's just talk about an investment, man.
Yeah, it's kind of a big thing. I mean, like the starter sets are like $40 at minimum, right? Maybe more.
I don't remember. I know they had a couple different boxes they put out that were like 2 armies and a couple things. Like, they were pretty big boxes. I found one time when I was living in New York. I was just walking down my street in Brooklyn, and there was one of them just sitting on somebody's just on the fence right in front of their house. Like, they were throwing it away. So I'm like, all right, free Warhammer shit. Sure. I took it back home.
Oh yeah, no. When I worked at Goodwill,
I guess
there was a big old donation of a ton of game shit. And of course, the people there don't know anything about this shit. They're gonna sell for like $5, and I'm like, "Oh, guys, slow down. This is all worth a lot of money."
Yeah, I know a guy. He used to be really big into it. He basically sold off his entire collection to pay for his house.
Well, yeah, I mean, if they're
He
well
got a
painted
good-
and everything too.
Yeah, no, he was like super into it, so he sold off a lot of that stuff, and I don't know, he got like a good down payment on his house. All right, let's just reboot this whole fucking thing.
I am back.
I think it's ironic that you wore the Star Trek hoodie, and instantly I look on Twitter and it's all Will Wheaton.
What's Will Wheaton up to?
Yeah, what is it? I didn't even know he was on Twitter still.
Oh, he posted a big old rant against Chappelle and his transphobia, calling him a bigot and everything. And then he posted a long thing about how he played hockey when he was a teenager, and when he was in the locker room, he said inappropriate things about gay people because he grew up on that kind of humor, and it turned out the entire team he was playing with was gay, and he just apparently hasn't lived that down, and used it as an example about understanding other people, and how what you grew up with isn't always the right thing. So a lot of people are just attacking Will Wheaton for being Will Wheaton, whereas there's a lot of people backing him up because his story... I'm not really telling the story as well as he told it, because it's like...
I just tried to look it up on Twitter, and apparently Will Wheaton blocked me, and I didn't even know that.
Well, you shouldn't be an asshole.
When am I an asshole?
Apparently, on the internet, you're an asshole.
At least to Will Wheaton.
Yeah.
I've never even met the guy.
Well, you don't have to on the internet. Rob
made one Wesley Crusher joke like 7 years ago.
Oh goodness!
All right.
Like, I don't know what it's so weird.
I mean, I made a post that it's kind of ironic. All these people that are just hating on Will Wheaton by using the "Shut Up, Wesley" gif, is that when that happens in the episode, Wesley is right. And people tell him to shut up because he's a kid to just perceive him to be wrong. And it's like, it's kind of ironic given that you're just not paying attention to what he's saying because you're perceiving what Will Wheaton is and not what his message was. That makes you wrong. Like a certain guy who won't give up 2 Onyx Gems.
How did you go from ranting about Will Wheaton on Twitter to
I didn't
Onyx
rant
Gems?
about him. I'm on his side.
Have you tried not playing a necromancer?
I did.
He's not.
I tried playing a necromancer 3 times. Then I went to necromancer.
Fucking guy. Always trying to raise the dead around me.
This time, it's the only time that I'm actually legitimately and mechanically playing a good necromancer who can raise good undead.
It's true. I did double check this. It is a thing that oracles can do. And it is a thing that makes, based off alignment, they allow it, so.
That is crazy, though. Good aligned undead.
I'm actually all for it because I've actually conceived in a different game that I made for my own custom world a good necromancer, Lich.
I mean, it seems neat.
It's an interesting thing when you have a good aligned Lich trying to fight an evil aligned Lich.
Well, again, it's not that all undead are evil. It's like that's not your stigma against it. You have a social stigma against it. You're like, well, what if that's my mother? You're doing that. I figure that's where you're coming from. No one's argument is ever all undead are evil, because it's like, no, they're mindless. They have no intent of
They
their
are
own.
just most are mindless.
Yeah,
Not all of them.
that's what I'm saying. But nobody ever comes from it that way. It's mostly I find this morally wrong or something like that. And
Yeah.
it's like, well, I can't argue on your morals because they're built into you. Pragmatically, I find this appropriate. We have nobody, and nobody's coming to our aid. Let's raise our own army and get our town back.
Our town.
Yeah, I know I said it that way, but I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
We are running low on people out of character, and if one of our people dies, they can always come back as fill the spot they left behind.
Like you've been trying to do with Braith?
Well, no. In that sense, I just like bringing people back that used to be characters. That way they're still, like, on screen and whatnot.
No, I agree with you on that. It's just the undead part is the
You
part
don't control them anymore. Like, in D&D, your memories and personality go somewhere else to another plane.
I know.
The thing that animates the undead itself is not Braith. It's just a force.
By the way, for those that don't know, what we're talking about is a different campaign where I played a cleric who got killed, and Theta played a necromancer who was going to raise me from the dead after raising other dead NPC characters who were player characters.
I mean, Olarbin's been with Gar for a long time now, and he was Griffin's first character.
Yeah, and you're also dead now. I killed him. So, and you're dead too. Your character's now dead.
Yeah,
so.
Sure.
Well,
I'm playing Tavian now.
Yeah, Tavian. Sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Definitely.
What did I miss?
Tavian.
100% Tavian.
Or Tavian.
You'll see
I'm not sure. Tavian or Tavian.
Tavine.
Anyway, some pronunciation of IA and a V.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, anyway, just I guess like Gary, once you get back in, we can keep going. But you were
keep going. I'm going to keep working on this from the background, and then
all right.
I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Anyway, Sirach, you were looking down this way.
Yep, down this way.
Just leads down to a deeper corridor.
Fun.
It's like, hold on a second.
Oh no, it's level 2.
Yep. Actually, I have to double check what room you come into from this. Hold on a second. Are you actually going down the corridor yet, or no?
Are people following me?
That's a good question. Are they following you?
Well, I always keep a distance behind. I'm not wearing armor, and I have no weapons in hand.
Would you like? There is a quarterstaff if you want to take that.
I heard that. Again, no proficiencies.
Oh my goodness.
No proficiencies in anything?
Even on simple? You should have a simple weapon proficiency.
Look, I'm just using it as a reason not to be wearing weapons.
No, fair enough.
I don't want to be in the front line. I am, again, still not wearing armor, even if I did pick up a weapon.
Yeah.
Would you like to take the hide armor off of the troglodyte?
Yeah, that's what I want to wear. Shit-stained hide armor. You got me. So what I've been waiting for on my secret fetish.
I'm just saying.
I don't want anything the troglodyte has ever touched.
Anything?
Anything. To be fair, those gems were hanging out in an alcove they never touched.
As far as you know.
Yes, as far as I know, which is as far as that I need. Ignorance is bliss, as they say.
Alright, as you walk down... Sirach, do you have the torch?
Yes.
Okay. So I guess I can light up the whole room. Do you see it?
Not on the map. I don't think. Oh, no, I see it now. It's up there. Okay.
Yep. You start right in the center here. Not at the statue, like right there. You see the statue as you come in, actually.
Okay.
Can you move Anton down there as well?
I can't move anyone else.
Hold on.
I was in the middle of tracing my way through the darkness.
How do you center it again?
Shift ping. It should do that. It's in like the top right of the map.
Yeah. The great thing about this map is that it comes in 2 levels.
Yep. So what do we see here? Like doors? Statue?
I will explain. I will explain.
Alright.
It's like a large chamber that seems definitely much, more finished, more smooth than the upper chambers where you just came from as the stairs descend. The walls themselves are smooth with like masonry stones intersecting a very well-made marble floor. The statue in the middle is like this twisting sort of insect-like creature that stands in the center of the chamber, as if it's like a beetle-like god. There are reliefs along the alcoves of the east and west, and you notice that they have drawings all around them. They look like reptilians, like that are gathered around like step pyramids or some kind. You can't really see it from here, other than the fact that they have slight purple hue to them because they are glowing through purple gems that are wedged in between them.
Alright, I'm gonna take a closer look at one of the reliefs.
Mm-hmm. The when you go through the reliefs, hold on a second. That little alcove there. Technically, this is where you came in, but we'll.
Oh, from the south?
Yeah, from the down south, but it doesn't matter. You're already in the room. You go closer to the reliefs, and you do get a glimpse of it. You notice, like the the chamber itself, like seems like it's like a shrine of some kind. Do you have any?
It's unlikely.
Well, what's your? What's your crafts?
Traps. That's it.
Not going to help here. Does anybody have knowledge engineering?
Craft mechanics wouldn't be good enough, would it? You're talking more like doing cranes and whatnot.
Yeah, that's not going to help you here.
What are we trying to do?
Do you have knowledge engineering?
No, what are we trying to do? What's
you're observing like the reliefs and the stone cutting and all that stuff around here.
We're observing. That means we're not touching it, right?
Yes.
So there's not a trap going off.
No. As far as you know, there is not.
I'm just saying. That'd be a hell of a trap, one that's visual based.
But where?
That's a trap so sensitive that the shadow of your eyes sets it off.
Do you have what's your craft, Ilnam?
I didn't set it because I couldn't figure it out.
Ah.
I couldn't make a decision.
Well,
I wouldn't set it to like trap making or anything, no. I know what I would do with it, but I just don't know what category that would fit in. So.
If you make your craft sculpture, I'll let you do a roll.
No.
All right, I tried.
It's probably like butcher or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Whatever would fall into shaving meat off bones.
Do you a Skinner?
Yeah, maybe that. Or taxidermist or something like that.
Do you have engineering as a knowledge?
No.
Okay.
I got a +4, but I'm not trained, which means I don't think I can use it.
Yeah, you're not trained, so. Gary, might as well just ask, do you have knowledge engineering?
I don't. I actually fighters start with knowledge engineering, but I went with you and gave that up to get local.
I remember that.
Oh, you had to go out of your way not to have the relevant skill. Wow.
No, it's kind of amazing.
A journey.
The one time we need it. You guys, all you know about this area, guys, is that it looks like it's well crafted. There are 2 doors.
Start beating on the walls.
There's a door over here and a door over here. The door over here is partially collapsed on the left-hand side.
Okay.
So it might take some time to actually get in there.
Go to the right then.
Wait, don't. Hold on. Did you just move there?
Yeah, I'm walking from over here over this way.
Into this square?
I'm going towards the door, so I assume so.
Okay. Hold on. I've never actually had that happen before.
What? Set off a trap?
I need you to real quick roll a... Okay, nope, never mind. You didn't even look, so... as you walk in, I need you to...
Fucking invisible cube.
Well, it's not invisible anymore.
Yeah, I guess famously gelatinous cubes. You never see them until you're in them.
You had to see it first, because it's almost transparent.
Although famously, usually they're in tight hallways, not open spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. This is a little different, a little unique. You do get a reflex save. So go ahead.
Alright, reflex.
DC 12. Otherwise, paralysis.
Cool, that's a 4 on the die.
Okay, so you are technically right now paralyzed. You are subject to its acid attack. You are pinned.
Okay.
It's not a good time to be in there.
Yeah,
and you are also now in danger of suffocating.
You know, my first thought was there's usually that reach in and pull somebody out mechanic, but I also have a strength of 7, so that's probably not happening. Not on my end, anyway.
What is the pinned condition?
I got that. Hold on. I think I actually have that in the condition handout.
Pinned.
Maybe we'll get him up after his flesh has been
-4 AC. Pinned creature can try and free itself through a combat maneuver check or an escape artist check.
Yeah, there is a handout that has all the conditions if you want to check that out, by the way. I did make that as a handy thing just in case, so you didn't have to go back and forth to different websites.
A handy handout.
Exactly. In fact...
Okay, so... no dex bonus, -4 AC.
Mm-hmm.
And I can only try and get out.
And you'll basically be taking acid damage and you're paralyzed right now, which is never good either. By the way, roll initiative, everybody.
Am I, like, actually paralyzed, or...?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can roll initiative, but, like, we'll talk about the paralysis.
Well, it says it's subject to the cube's paralysis.
Yeah.
It doesn't say that it's instantly paralyzed.
Oh, excuse me. Then you're not paralyzed just yet, technically.
Yeah, because if you were, you'd be unable to act, and
Yeah.
I gotta say, it's been a long time since somebody just stumbled into a cube.
I said usually they're in tight hallways where you have no choice but to go forwards, and I mean it's usually okay.
Yeah.
Everybody, stop where you're at.
No,
You see,
not
Charlie's
just-
got stuck in something.
Usually not just in a room chilling in front of a door.
You do notice after you walk into it that the floors are very clean.
Well, maybe not so much you notice. We all else notice. You've got problems.
The good news is the cube is dumb and has a 7.
The famous invisible cube that does not cast shadows or anything. It's a classic.
Well, I mean, that is classic. Invisible. I mean, they are basically almost invisible, unless they have shit inside of them. But, you know, being acidic, they could have eaten all that shit away, too.
Who knows?
Gary, you want me to roll your initiative for you?
You did. Unless
Yeah,
you
go
talk to the
ahead.
person behind you. You said go ahead, by the way.
I heard.
Okay.
I'm just getting his sheet up. Hold on. Maybe I shouldn't roll initiative for you, Gary. Anyway, top of the order is Anton first. What are you going to do? You see a cube in your face.
I do. Now, I'm going to assume if I sat Anton such as there, that wouldn't technically be flanking it. And that makes me think because it's not a humanoid anyway. Like, it doesn't have anatomy.
Yeah, it doesn't. So technically, I check something with the ooze traits it has.
Yeah, I think he's supposed to make a DC 20 fortitude save the moment he got engulfed.
So oozes are immune to flanking, so you cannot do anything to it like that. So you can just attack it normally.
All right. And I'm going to assume that I don't need to do stealth. So I'm just going to go there and shank it.
All right. Oh, Sirach, if you can roll your fortitude, please, real quick. Because I did forget that. Sorry.
What? Well, does it happen on my turn or its turn?
Technically, it happens when it engulfed you, so when you walked
Okay.
into it.
Yeah.
I did have that on the sheet. I was just waiting, so.
Consistently low rolls on all of my saves all the time.
I'm so sorry.
So 3d6 rounds.
Yeah, I'm just dead.
That's 9 rounds.
Well, I mean...
And Anton, you do hit it, though.
Yay.
So you stick your rapier into the ooze, and your rapier now is all jelly.
Ew.
It's obviously still there, and it goes like... Yeah, the ooze made a sound. It sounded like a man going... So you're paralyzed. You are now being eaten, technically, yes?
I can do literally 0 things, so yeah.
Oof.
I mean, the real query here is... We weren't trying to make engineering checks to find the ooze. What the hell else is going on here?
I was hoping you would actually roll a perception check, maybe, somebody, but...
Well, there was no reason to.
There's always a reason to.
Yeah, but I mean, it has to be a...
It's your turn, by the way, Ilnam, because Sirach cannot do a damn thing.
Well, you know, the problem here is that Gelatinous Cube doesn't have bones.
I know.
I could have... You know, here's what... I'm going to pitch this at you, Pando, and it's your character, so I'm going to try and... I'll take your measurement into this. What if I bone shakered you and moved you 5 feet out of the cube?
That's actually
You're paralyzed, but I could walk your bones out of the cube. It's the only thing I can think to do.
How much damage does the spell deal?
4d6 damage, but you're taking 3d6 from acid if you stay in there.
Yeah, go for it. You still have to move me out of the way because I'm still paralyzed for 9 rounds, but yeah, sure.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I can't pull you out. I have 7 strength, but at
Go
least
for
if
it.
I get you there, and then I could try and move you.
Well, slight issue.
What's that?
The cube can just go forward.
Yeah, I guess the problem here is that my turn is followed by the cube.
Unless you're able to, like, pull me out and then literally just shove me away.
I think that what we need
And
here
throw
is
him
we
out.
need to coordinate. I think. Well, the problem here is that also the cube could just move forward and engulf the next person who's standing next to it because they ended their turn right next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise I think the move would be somebody moves next to it, waits, I use my thing, and then they do an activated turn or whatever the hell it's called in Pathfinder.
Well,
Because that
you
was my
could
only idea.
move it. You could move me so that it has to choose between me and other people, but
I mean, that's true, and also I could do diagonals, right?
yeah.
Technically, yes, you can.
But it might just choose me and then kill me, so.
Well, I don't know. If I move you southwest, it's got 2 people next to it on its northwest. It might go after 2 instead of 1.
I don't know.
Remember, this is a cube that has no intelligence.
Yeah, but it's also a hungry creature, and 2 bigger than 1.
I will leave it to you.
Well, now I'm just inclined to try it because it might. 4d6 is also not insignificant amount of damage, and I don't want to try it once and then find out we have to try it again.
Do I still get the save against it?
Yeah, but if you save, I can't move you.
Okay.
So, like I said, I don't know that we want to try it, have it fail, and then find out we could try it again, and then.
Can I choose to fail in this system?
You can choose to fail.
Alright.
So you want me to do it?
If you do it, you do it. I won't blame you.
I don't, because you brought up a very valid point that it could just eat you again. But again, if I move you in the opposite direction of the 2 guys next to it, in which case, I don't know, they're going to be in the same position. All right, I'll try it.
Though I'd say probably move me like southeast.
Into the wall?
To here.
I don't know. You don't think this would be the better? At least you'd be on the same side as everybody else.
Well, if it did choose me, we'd still pretty much be in melee.
You're going to be in melee no matter what. I can only do 5 feet.
Well, I mean,
I just mean that you'd be on the same side, so it wouldn't be like people moving all around the cube.
I don't know.
I guess worst case scenario, I'm getting 2 Onyx Gems.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, best I could do. 7 damage.
Wow!
Hey, I'd even beats my 9 damage failure from before.
Alright. So, where am I being moved?
I guess I think this is still the best spot.
Okay.
That way, if something else bad happens, at least you're on the same side as everybody. Somebody can like rush forwards and knock you over or something.
As I said, the cube is very stupid. It just knows that it was hit by something. So you see like little bits of its body try and slam into Anton.
Oh no.
Does the 6 hit?
Nope.
It doesn't do shit to you. And it just like wobbles like jelly. I'm assuming Coriel is just gonna swing and hit.
Yeah, that's what he said to do. It's just swing.
Well, that's a good time for that, except critical hits don't matter on the cube, so it does only 6 damage. Because it's an ooze, and ooze are immune to that. Anton, top of the order to you.
Alright, now let's attack it and move out of the way.
That is a hit. 9 more damage to it.
And then going there.
All right.
In this system, can I move, attack, and move again?
Say that again?
In this system, can I move, attack, and then move again?
No.
Okay. I'm in a game that lets us do that, so I just figured I better ask.
Sirach, you are paralyzed for another 8 rounds.
7.
7 rounds. Ilnam.
How far can I drag Sirach?
What's your strength?
7.
Sirach, what's your strength?
My strength?
Yeah. Currently.
20.
I think the question is, what did you put down for a weight on your character sheet?
No, he's like 200 pounds, bro. He's big.
And he's currently dead weight, technically. You can drag him.
How much is the weight of your equipment?
A lot easier to drag than lift. Not a ton, because I'm not really wearing like heavy armor.
God, I hope it's not a ton. I would never be able to drag that.
Yeah, because I barely have any weapons, and I don't have very heavy armor
Lifting and
or
dragging. I can lift my maximum load of my head. Highest amount of weight listed for character strength. Load column. Lift. Where's drag? Oh, character can generally push or drag along the ground as much as 5 times his maximum load.
Yeah, you'll be able to drag basically.
My maximum load is 70 pounds. So 5 times 350.
Oh yeah, you got it.
You can drag it.
Is drag a movement speed? Or can I just move my normal movement?
It would be half your movement speed, probably.
What is my movement speed?
Should be
30?
Average is 30.
40 according to the sheet.
Really? I gotta double check that. But go ahead. So
I mean, I don't remember changing it. It might be a class thing.
Maybe. Go ahead and drag.
All right,
I guess I'll move back 1, so you just move 2 towards me.
Like that?
Yeah. Because under race, I have speed 30, so it must be coming from somewhere.
Well, the cube sees only one thing in front of it. And seeing, by the way, is technically not even a thing.
I don't know. Even my speed under class I have listed as 30, so I don't know where 40 is coming from. Must be something.
Okay, so Coriel's going to make an attack of opportunity against the cube. But if they do, they're not entitled to a saving throw, because the cube is literally going to move on top of Coriel and attempt to engulf him. God, I really hope I don't kill his character right now. So here comes the engulf. Reflex save from Coriel is against 12. That's not too horrible. Never mind.
Hey, welcome to the Don't Roll Above a 10 Save Club.
Jesus Christ. And now we have the paralysis on top. DC 20.
Fortitude.
That one he resists, which is good.
Yeah, means he can try and
Huzzah.
reflex his way out again later.
Yes, he can. I don't think the damage goes through.
I think it's because I don't have any equipment. That's why my
Actually, no, I lied.
Speed is so high.
Probably.
The damage does go through. Excuse me.
It just says 40 under the load, so I just for having nothing on me.
So you just see the cube like slowly engulf Coriel, and now Coriel is
isn't the damage? Isn't that damage just the rounds of paralysis? Not actual damage.
Oh yes, you're right. Never mind.
Okay.
Well, wait. Did you attack him?
No, that was the rounds. I forgot.
Well, I'm just looking at the effect. It says or hit by melee, like it has a melee attack.
It was not an attack. That's just like to actually paralyze. The attack will be like the acidic if it stays in him. If he stays in there.
That's why I was asking if he was attacked.
Yeah. The now is the attack, so now is like the 3d6 for the acidic. Which is oof. And Coriel's going to attempt to get out of it now. Reflex, right? Jesus Christ!
Oh, I think it's like escape artist or something, but I think that's a 2 anyways, so
The escape artist would not be much better. Coriel's stuck in this damn thing, so you may want to hurry up and kill it.
Yeah.
Does he get a chance to paralyze him every turn, or is that just a one-time thing?
I go to 6.
I believe it's a one-time thing.
So let's bring on the pain.
I think it's if you, it says or if get hit by melee, so I imagine if you get hit by the melee, it has a chance to paralyze.
Yeah, well, he's talking about the cube. If the cube hits you with its slam attack, you have a chance for paralysis.
Well, because I'm just asking, because if it doesn't paralyze him, then he's not really going to be affected by all that much.
No, he's just going to be taking acid damage and can die that way. Anton, you hit for 10.
Would be nice to crit it, but it's a slime.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Sirach, you're paralyzed.
Down to 6.
Ilnam.
It moved towards us last time, right?
Yes, it did.
I guess I'll drag you another 2 back. Even then, though, I don't know what's going to happen. You're going to wake back up, move over to attack it, and you're punching, because you're a puncher.
Yeah.
Cube is going to slam you, Anton.
All right.
14?
Misses.
All right. Coriel. This is not going to be good, is it? Oh, dear.
I don't know how many hit points he has to be concerned or not.
4.
After that?
No, he has 4 right now.
So he takes, so he's down to -8?
Yes.
What's his con?
It's pretty good, actually.
I've already forgotten how this works.
His con's 14.
So what, he has 6 more rounds of bleeding or die to the acid?
Yep.
Yeah. And he's outside of the range of me doing the bone trick again, because that will kill him too.
Yep.
I hope somebody has a
Time
plan.
to have internet problems, Corey.
No, it is not.
Well, I guess in one hand, he doesn't have to be here to witness his own death.
Anton, you have to kill this thing.
Yes.
Can you do enough?
Well, I don't think I have another weapon. I have a short sword, but I would need both hands to be light, wouldn't I? And that would have subtracted from my... well, that's a crit.
The crits don't matter, unfortunately.
Right.
So I haven't seen you roll anything yet.
Yeah, I didn't see it come up.
Oh, when I hit him for 10 damage.
That was last turn. It's the new turn already.
Oh, new turn already? Okay, then you know what I'm going to do?
It's like, what do you think was happening with the slave and the dice?
Sorry about that. Hit him for 8.
It's still standing. Barely, though. It's still standing. Oh, it's so fucking close. Sirach, you're paralyzed. Ilnam, what do you got?
So the other irony is I don't have any healing or stabilization.
One of us might have something on them.
What are they called? Horizons. I don't have any stabilization rest. In fact, I have the opposite of that. I have bleed, which negates stabilization and puts you back into death mode.
Don't you have inflict wounds?
Yeah, I have inflict wounds. Why do you think that would help?
Use it on the cube.
Oh, you want me to do the touch spell on the cube? That would be brilliant.
I'm just saying.
No, that would be dumb, puncher. I know you don't understand this, but I'm talking to your unconscious body. I know your next move is to go punch it again and be paralyzed.
Yep.
Hold on, let me just double check what spells are available to me. I only have 2 slots left. I can embrace destiny. I can set up a stone shield in front of myself so it can't touch me. And at least that lasts for a while. No, I can detect if the cube is poisonous.
It's acidic, not poisonous.
You know
Yeah.
what? I don't think it's poisonous.
I can purify it, food and drink. It's gelatinous, right?
It's not going to help you right now.
Purify Jello.
Look, I'm trying to think outside the box as many times as I can. Well, look, if Coriel dies in it, it will have bones at that point.
Yes, it will.
I've got no options, man. I don't know what you want from me.
Literally anything that can do damage to it might take it out.
I mean, that's not my responsibility right now. I got nothing. I don't know what you want. I saved one person's life. Is that not enough for you people?
You do whatever you want.
No, I mean, I'm abdicating my turn. I have nothing I can do. My one damaging spell at range requires the creature has bones. I'm not going to touch the cube. That's fucking stupid.
I do agree with that, so I don't blame you.
I would sooner just leave the room, dragging the barbarian dude with me.
I'm just letting Gary know in the chat he might
Could
be
you
dying right now.
make like a heal check or something for the paralysis? I don't know.
Can you heal out of paralysis?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
That we might be able to.
I'm not trained in heal, and I in fact have a -1, but I could possibly try it. But I don't know that you can heal out of paralysis.
Let me see.
I know the
Provide
cube thing.
first aid is an action. Treat poison is an action.
Let's see, heal wisdom wounds, treat deadly wounds, caltrops, long-term care. I don't see it on here.
You need restoration.
You know, one of us might have something on them. I don't know.
I appreciate the hints, but unless you're saying it's on you.
Eh.
All right,
I'm paralyzed. I can't talk for real.
Okay, here's what I do with my turns. My turn is I wrap my hands in the clothing that I'm wearing, and I start going through this man's bag.
Okay.
What does he find?
Yeah, let's see. You find a bunch of survival shit. A whistle, a compass, rations, alchemist fire, a potion of cure light wounds, a potion of lesser restoration, some wooden stakes, a mirror.
Oh, obviously then I grab the bottle and throw it at Curiel. That's a joke. That's a joke because that sounded so stupid. I wanted to see what its face is. I mean, on one hand, it is a joke, but at the same time, hitting him with a bottle of Cure Light Wounds and having it smash across his face would be funny.
Would be funny.
It would be funny. I wasn't sure if you were actually talking about the Cure Light Wounds, though.
Well, yeah, no, it just sounds like something like you're shouting at an idiot, right? And you're like, oh, grab the bottle! Smash
Torches,
Cure Light Wounds over your face.
A flint and steel, a spear.
Yeah, no, I guess I grabbed the Alchemical Fire, and that is something you just toss at. Is it an AoE thing?
Yeah, so you would hit the cube.
Well, no, I think you would have to toss it at the ground near the cube, otherwise the cube would just absorb it, right? Like, throw it at the ground here, AoE it into the cube.
You could do that, yeah, if you want.
Because I don't imagine throwing something at the cube would burst on it. It's gelatinous.
Let's see. It's a range increment of 10. It's a splash weapon. Every creature within 5 feet of the point where it hits takes damage.
So basically,
you have right here.
A direct hit deals a d6. People in the area take 1 from the splash.
Nobody will be in the area. I'm targeting a spot not near anybody.
Yeah. On the round following a direct hit, takes an additional d6.
You want to direct hit it. That's what I'm going to say.
Sure, but I don't want Coriel to die to the Alchemist Fire either.
It'll cauterize his acid wounds. He'll be fine.
He's in the cube. He's shielded from it right now.
Well, no, he'll be within the AoE radius. He'll literally be hit by the same thing. God, I have a speed of 40, right?
Yeah.
Can I still move and throw?
Yes. You can move and throw.
So if I go here... Well, no, anything is going to be in 5 feet, never mind. For some reason I was like, oh, I'll attack on this side. It's still 5 feet of Coriel. Because the damage that'll kill the cube will kill Coriel as well.
Here's the thing. As long as it's not a direct hit on him, he's only gonna take 1 damage, not the full thing.
Exactly.
Which will reduce him to 5.
Yeah.
Left. Alright, I mean, all of this is predicated on me hitting anything. I told you, I'm shit.
It is a ranged attack.
Alright, well, what's the roll?
It'd be, for a ranged attack, it would be...
Ranged touch attack.
Yeah, so you're rolling a d20 and you're adding...
Oh, is this ranged area?
d20 adding your strength.
Where on the sheet it has melee and ranged?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those two.
You hit.
You hit with a 9.
It's a fucking cube. It has an AC of 4.
True, you could hit it by doing anything but rolling a 1.
You said D6?
Yeah, D6 fire.
That's all you needed. If you rolled a 1 on that after all this, I'd be so...
But also just 1 to Curiel.
That's fine.
Yeah.
The cube is dead and is let go of Coriel.
Yeah, but he's still bleeding out, so we're still in a time turn order.
Why it's like negativing so much.
Well, it's his turn next.
Yeah, so then he goes from -9 to -10.
He makes a save first, though.
He's at -6 right now. He does attempt to save.
Well, no, he was at -8 before. And then he took 1, so then he's at -9. Now he has to
10.
save.
Yeah.
With a -9.
This is a standard D20, right?
Not sure.
No, that's not happening.
Yeah, so now he's at -10.
-10. But now you can heal him.
Yeah, then I guess I grab... Well, here's the problem, though. Healing doesn't go to 0, right? Like D&D.
No, but you buy him a lot more time.
Right. But I'm saying, yeah, I'll put the bottle in his fucking mouth. But we have a habit here of rolling 1 + 1.
God.
Again, we have a habit here of rolling 1 + 1 is all you get from these potions. So now he's back to -8.
You have other potions. Anton, anything?
I don't think I do.
I know he's at negative. I know he's at -8. I'm just putting the health up on him right now.
Yeah, I don't have any potions in my inventory.
What is the...
I need to read. I'm gonna go read the thing because I think healing specifically changes.
Yeah, the heal check stabilizes him, and then you can get him out.
I understand that. It's very nice for you to say that. You're the GM who killed him.
I am. That's why I'm trying to do it right now.
It's DC 10 plus the DC 10 con check penalty equal to the negative hit points. On a nat 20, it's a success.
What's the
if
DC?
they fail, they lose 1. DC 10, but you get a penalty equal to your your negative hit points.
Okay, so he needs to make another save on his turn.
Mm-hmm.
You can keep a dying character from losing any more hit points and make him stable with a DC 15 heal check. If any sort of healing cures the dying character of even 1 point of damage, he becomes stable and stops losing HP.
Jesus Christ!
Wait. Say that last part one more time.
If any sort of healing cures the dying character even 1 point of damage, he stops losing hit points and is stable.
No, that's basically what I asked for.
He's stable then.
Raises them to 0, makes him conscious.
So it is a heal from 0.
Okay, so they become stable. If the healing would bring them past it, they are awake and disabled, but it didn't. So
he's unconscious.
And healing to 1 or more makes them fully fine.
So basically, what you're telling me is he's unconscious.
Yeah, he is unconscious but stable.
Was that under the healing rules or something else?
It's under stable characters and recovery, which is under injury and death.
Where is this? What you have it off of the
injury and death. Yeah, I'm just reading off the SRD.
The SRD. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that SRD. I'm going to actually make a document for us so we have it in front of us.
My problem is I was looking up stabilize, and only thing I ever find is the spell stabilize.
Yeah.
It's like, this is not what I want. Well, we saved everybody. And I also take those 2 Onyx Gems out of his pocket.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cost of being saved. I'm pretty sure no one will...
They're now extremely well polished.
Make a note that you have the Onyx Gems.
Sure, additional gear.
I'm just going to mess with Gary a little bit. With Gary gone, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I had most of the stuff set for like at least 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
I can make adjustments to it, but for 3, if you want to keep going. But I mean, at this point, I would actually recommend maybe we call it a little early tonight. I leave the choice to you, though.
Oh, the Super Taki party. They couldn't decide about the gems either. Suddenly silence again.
Become unparalyzed.
I haven't had anything to eat all day, so taking a break now would be good for me.
I'm okay either way.
All right, I added the dying and death thing in the chat, so.
Okay.
So we got one that's voting. So I guess that's like 1 vote to end it now. I just heard our play. Yes. Oh, you're good too then, Panda?
I'm fine either way.
Okay. Theta, what are your thoughts?
It doesn't matter at that point. It's 2 to 1. Even if, I mean, we're only like, we're 50 minutes from the end anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me.
All right. Unfortunately, so this has been a very weird session. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But on the plus side, you survived the cube.
Did survive the cube.
Mm-hmm. We survived the most basic ass monster of the whole monster manual.
Yeah.
It almost killed everybody.
It almost killed 2 of you.
And the next room will be a carrion crawler.
No.
We also don't have healing potions anymore.
No, you don't. That's a problem as well.
So.
And you have no idea what's still in underground here.
We don't have to. There's literally a stairway behind us. We can just get back up.
You could.
Yeah.
And it has been about 8 or so hours, so if you wait maybe another day, Forvel and the cavalry will come.
Yeah.
So,
I personally would enjoy recovering more HP.
I mean, I'm not in a hurry. Unless that hurry gets me to level 4 faster.
are you planning on wearing any armor, Theta?
Not really, no.
Okay, just checking. So then I guess we'll just call it here. So you have made it through the first half of the dungeon, and you have fought back against the cube. You are now in the second half, where the walls are more neatly created, and there's seems like a different world down in the second level of this cavern. That perhaps more investigation is needed, but for now, we'll leave that for a mystery for another day. What I can say for sure, however, is one thing. And that is any thoughts on the session? Good, bad? Did you enjoy it? What are you thinking?
Well, that's the third time I've almost died. It's certainly getting harder.
That means I'm doing my job then, if it's almost killing you.
Yeah. Might be the fourth time, actually. I don't know.
Like with Pathfinder, it's like one of those things. Like if you like go in guns blazing, you know what I mean. You can
Yeah.
either wreck faces or you can get wrecked, depending on who you fight. So, in this case, like with the cube, for example, it was just nobody thought to check. Because I'll be honest with you, like I'm honestly surprised by the how lucky you've kind of been because you've avoided a few other traps previously already.
Fun.
And the only reason you avoided them is because nobody stepped on the square that it was on.
Well, we did walk into a bunch of fucking fishers.
You did, but you also took care of them.
Yeah, and then we walked into a cube.
I'm just saying, be a little bit more
theme here.
Be more cautious of where you walk, especially in underground areas.
Alright, well, I'm not the guy who has disabled fucking traps, okay?
No, that would be Arcloid.
What skill does that? Let me see.
Disable device.
Disable device, I imagine.
Oh yeah, and I've got it.
Although that's for the mechanical kind,
Yeah.
as he did with the skull stuff upstairs, the hazard. It's interesting because I guess this is like the first like dungeon I've kind of thrown at you.
Yep.
And it's very interesting to see like the contrast in the in what was going on like up on the surface when you were in like survival mode, fighting off things and all that stuff. I don't know, at least from the GM perspective. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that.
I definitely, as the rogue, I should certainly get into dungeon mode faster than I have been.
But generally, just don't care.
I've
I've said it before in other, I think, podcasts and things. It's more interesting to see stuff happen than to avoid stuff and not have it happen. So, what was the interesting outcome if we? Oh, look, it's a gelatinous cube, and just walked around it. This was more fun and interesting than avoiding the gelatinous cube.
Well, I agree, especially the way you used that spell of yours to puppet him out of there. That was pretty smart.
Yeah, oh, by the way, I'm going to give you a hero point for that.
Don't even know what that means.
That means hero points allow you to do like a +8 on a roll or take a second action. Or
Okay, thank God. I was hoping it wasn't like one of those Warhammer things or use this point to avoid death or something like that. It's like, God, I hate those.
I mean, technically it can be used for that. But
I'll never use it for that.
So. You all still have hero points, right? Or were they all used at this point?
I'm pretty sure I use mine.
All right.
I use mine, I think.
We got to do. I should be more. I should be giving out more of those. I think so. I think I can improve that on my end.
Only reason I could ever see to use hero point would be Embrace Destiny. I'll do that. Roll the d20 +8, and turns out good. Okay, I got a good die roll. Not
basically, you have like almost an impossible die roll that nobody can hit.
I mean, it depends. It's not 28. It's d20 +8. I did it before and I rolled a 6. And it's like, unlike the D&D version, I can't put it on another person's roll. I can only put it on myself. So if I roll badly, fuck it, I just wasted a spell slot.
Well, no, look at it this way. If you roll Embrace Destiny and you roll a d20, you can say, I'm also adding the hero point on top of this to make it 28.
That's not... What?
That's actually something you're allowed to do.
I'm saying it's a D20. I have to roll a D20. And I'm
No, I
saying
know
I
that.
would add an 8. It's not an automatic 28. I could roll a 9.
What I just said was if you roll a 20, you can say add the hero point after you roll the 20.
It's
Right.
only a +4 if you add it after.
Oh.
It's
Never
then.
mind.
All I'm saying is that Embrace Destiny is a very shitty version of Divination School from 5e. Like I said, if I roll badly, all I can do is give it to myself, and oh boy, I made my saving throw a 6. Why? Because I'm an idiot.
That's all right. But yeah, so can't wait to see what happens. Hopefully, Gary's able to get like all the computer stuff sorted out. Unfortunately, he kind of dropped.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe the rest will do you guys good because by then the cavalry will start to arrive. So, any outros? Anything anybody wants to share?
Let's see. On Wednesdays, we've got Ironclaw in the morning, and of course, this in the evening. Fridays, bi weekly, we have Notes from Nihilith, a games design podcast with Rafferty, Red Rabbit, and Griffin. Sunday afternoons, we have Traveler, which is Mongoose First Edition, Second Edition. And in the evenings, we have D&D 5th Edition, the Greyhawk game.
The Traveler started? Awesome.
Yeah, that was this Sunday, last Sunday.
I gotta watch that on the video on demand now. And my name is Rob. I'm the GM. I also play in the D&D game. I also do writing for a website called TechRaptor. That is techraptor.net. Check it out if you can. I don't have any articles coming up recently, though, to pimp, but maybe next time.
Oh, also Lessons is in the podcast. I'm sorry. I forgot for some reason.
Has Lessons become the fourth Beatle?
Well, I mean, it was supposed to be a drop-in, drop-out slot for guests, but, you know, it's a better format with 4 people.
All right. I'm just saying, if you ever want a guest, I'm available.
People get sick.
Anyway. And that's all I got. Anybody else have anything they want to say?
I'm good. I'm very boring. I have nothing to say.
You're good. You're good. Don't worry. All right. Well, thank you guys for playing tonight. Much appreciative. I was looking forward to this because I've been missing GMing Pathfinder, and I can't wait till next week. Now, when we finish this, when we hopefully finish this dungeon, and then move on to the next step, because who knows what's going to happen after that. So, thank you, and have a good night.